Hello everyone! So in today's lesson, you are going to learn about defining and non-defined relative clauses. So what they are, the differences between them, and how to use them. So let's start with what is a clause? A clause is the basic unit of grammar. A clause must contain a subject and a verb which form a sentence or a part of a sentence. For example, I can't cook very well, but I make quite good pancakes. I can't cook very well, it's a clause. And I make quite good pancakes, it's a clause too. They are main or independent clauses. They are equal importance and they could each exist as a separate sentence. So each clause has a subject, I, and the verb, here, cook and make. So, and what is a relative clause? It starts with the relative pronouns. A relative pronoun is used after a noun to make it clear which person or thing we are talking about. Are you sometimes wondering if you should say the person who or the person that? Are you unsure when to use whom or whose or maybe which or what? There is often some confusion about which word to use in different situations. Sometimes we want to give some information about a person, and sometimes we want to give some information about an object. By the end of this lesson, you will have learned how to use these words correctly. So let's clarify the usage of relative pronouns. Now let's have a look which relative pronouns we must use in each case. For people, who, that, whose, whom. For example, the man who or that lent me a book, the man whose book I borrowed. Be careful with the relative pronoun whom. This pronoun is only common in formal styles and very formal styles. In modern and spoken English, it is best to use who instead. Next, we must use which, that, where for objects. And we must use where, when, why, and that for places, times, and reason. Also, you can find this rule in your book. Now, complete the sentences with relative pronouns, then listen to me and check. Now let's check it. Her sister, whose name is Laura, works at the library. Her last film, which or that I couldn't understand at all, was a great success. Give him something that will take away the pain. I work in the town where my son lives. We'll show you the poem which or that changed my life. I hope you've done it very well. There are two types of relative clause. So let's start with the first one, it's defining relative clause. We use defining relative clauses to define a noun by giving essential information about it. The clause tells us exactly which person, thing, time, or place the speaker or writer means. For example, I called my brother who lives in Italy. I have more than one brother and I called the one that lives in Italy. Defining relative clauses are never separated from the rest of the sentence by commas. The second type is non-defining relative clause. We use non-defined relative clauses to give additional non-essential information. They provide more facts about a person, thing, time, or place that is already identified. So, the relative clauses that give us extra information are called non-defined relative clause and must be separated by commas. For instance, my brother who lives in Italy is older. So I have only one brother, and I'm just mentioning that he lives in Italy. So it's like, by the way. Well, my brother, by the way, who lives in Italy, is older. So we use commas in non-defined relative clause and give people some extra information about something or somebody. And we cannot use that in non-defined relative clauses. So let's sum it up. Defining clause. No commas, only very important essential information. And non-defined clause, we use commas and we give some extra information, and we cannot use that in this clause. So it's like, I have a friend who knows you and he told me something interesting about you. And I can also say, so I have a friend, by the way, who knows you and he told me something interesting about you, so be careful, I know all about you. Your home task. Write down exercises number 3, 4 and 5. You can see them at the end of this video. And thank you for watching. See you. Bye.